Hello, it's Vision Venom in another house build. This time I'm doing something different. I am only using the options that already are the color options that already are in the catalog for this house, which might sound strange, but I actually quite enjoyed doing this. And I now get that simmers that build in Sims 4 can build faster, because it took me a long time. It takes me a long time if I have to recolor everything. So I actually enjoyed doing this for a change. And it was fun using those swatches, as I generally almost never use them. Sometimes for the windows or doors, I tend to use sometimes the swatches already available for me, but that's about it. I almost always recolor at least one part of object. So it was fun trying to do this for a change and see where it got me. And I am pretty pleased with the result of it. I do believe it really helps that I have built so many houses in The Sims 3 that the building part is not that hard, and the furnishing also not that hard. Generally build the shape and I can figure out how it goes, which is nice. So this was just something different. I already knew what I wanted to try, but of course you're limited with the swatches that already are there. And I didn't think that swatches would be this limited. So I think that is also something that I had to work with. We're going for a red theme throughout the whole house, and then the kids' room is gonna be a bit more pinkish. I had no clue that was such a hard option to try and make that work. I generally thought that it would come out better, quicker, more options, especially for the kids. The kids were really liking it. Was not like there were a lot of options. So I am very happy that normally I get to use all the options, and that was my phone. Lovely. But yeah, I liked it, and as I said, it was pretty quick. Might do it in the future. Something like this. Yeah. Or maybe not, because I kind of already exceeded all the options that I had. So maybe I won't, but we shall see what the future brings. I have no clue. But yeah, this is going quite neatly, if I say so myself. Looking at the small preview screen on my desktop right now. Generally, also just looking through the options that there were, I'm glad that most of the furnishings have this orangey wood color in them. But then there were no matching chairs. And I really thought I found what then the the cushions on these are just very plain. No clue. Apparently, when I just give myself a free hand to do whatever I want, I don't make it this bare. So then I wanted to maybe to change the chairs to another color. That as I just said, most of the swatches have this yellow, this orangey wood color to them. But this one just didn't. These chairs just didn't have a good colorway. Don't get it. But we move on and we take our loss at that. But I would imagine it that the chairs would have that swatch, because everything else has that swatch, but who am I? Maybe I'm the only one that really likes things like that. And I'm not 100% sure about it, but I think I did just only use apart from the lights, because I just really love these saucer lights. But apart from the saucer lights, I think I only used what was in my game already, which was nice. I think maybe the next build I do, I'm gonna build all yellow or something. Just let that website pick me a random color and then just go for it. I think that might be fun as well to try again. That's been a while since I did a solid color challenge like that. But yeah, this was also fun to build something this weird. And also just the sometimes the swatches are just very strange. But luckily there is a lot of sets, like the table and these couches go together, and the couch has a 3-seater, 2-seater, and just a single seat. And that is nice, but as I said, I expected that be more fitting chairs, and not with boring beige covers on them. But we move on from that. And I normally don't really build houses with rooms that kids have to share. And sometimes that's just how it ends up being, and you have to roll with it. We just go there and see where it ends us. And I actually think I kind of struggled. The rug options were not there just were not a lot of options, and you would think that they made these swatches to reflect on, to fit together. Because I bet there are a lot of players that didn't wanna recolor everything ever. I would think that, but who am I? But yeah, I have recolored, I think, since the start, since I started playing the Sims 3 game. So I don't know, but I could imagine that there are people that want it to be simpler. And the just very plain, boring swatches. There was nothing exciting. Yes, that unicorn bed is very exciting, but that's about it. I imagined there to be more good swatches. We're going to every bed now, just looking at the swatches, seeing if there is anything better on them. which there generally isn't. But I think in the end we find a red swatch that could work. Which is nice. And of course I dropped in at the end the screenshots or floor plan screenshots and some of the indoor options, which I think are always useful. This floor plan is a bit sucky, but I made it work. So I imagine there are houses that are a bit sucky floor plan wise, so I in that case just had to work with what was given to me, which are a lot of crappy swatches that don't really mix well together unless you get exactly the right swatch. There's also not a lot of bright colors, but maybe that was the vibe back then. Not a lot of bright colors, a lot of beige. I think nowadays you see a lot of white in houses, white walls. There may be some color on the furnishings or in the decorations. But yeah, we move on from that and we hope to find something better. Next time at least I will bring you just a house build like I normally do them. Which might be better, usefuler. I really wanted to have bookcases on the walls next to the computer, just to create a little bit of a nook to make it look like a piece, like a set room or something like that. I just couldn't do it, but I did want to try that. Luckily my phone is doing another beep. Fantastic. And now just luckily the bathrooms are pretty easy to do. You don't need a lot in there, and those swatches at least matched already nicely. Really wanted a plant on there as well, like a plant in every room. That's just me, I think. And then we have a half bath, because I always think those are useful in houses. I don't particularly like it when you only have one bathroom and then everybody has to use that and can see the shower and potentially your dirty laundry and stuff like that. Not really my vibe, but okay. And now we're just adding a little bit of decorations here and there and just finishing off. And I think we're going to do the outside as well. Also, it's not that big or interesting. Just you sometimes want a little bit more. And we're adding in some curtains, which always are useful curtains. And I don't think I've used this stone a lot, so I might have to look back at it and use it again in the future. That was maybe the only thing I got out of this build. I discovered these stones, which fit nicely with this style of house. And just outside sitting area. Luckily these wood colors do match together, and I like that. I like having a table next to your barbecue where you can put the meal back down on. That is always useful. Also in real life pretty useful. We're not going for a lot of flowers outside, just some bushes. Trying to do stuff differently. Sometimes it's useful. But looking at my screen, I can sign off right now. If you enjoyed watching this video, thumbs this video up, subscribe to my channel so you see the next part next Tuesday, and my name is Friese and I hope you have